वालेकुम सलाम। वालेकुम सलाम। सर ट्रांसलेशन मसला। कराची में तो है एग्ज़ाम। लेट मी नो अबाउट योर सिटीज़। आई नो इस्लामाबाद में कैंसिल हो गया है। आई नो पिंडी में कैंसिल हो गया। व्हाट्स द सिचुएशन इन लाहौर? एनीवन हियर फ्रॉम लाहौर? लाहौर में हो रहा है सिमेट्री? बेटा सिमेट्री पे ऑलरेडी वीडियो है। आज का जो टारगेट है वही आज का टारगेट है। ओके, नॉट गोना डिविएट फ्रॉम दैट। लास्ट मिनट में डोंट ट्राई एंड क्रैम टू मच इन्फॉर्मेशन, नॉट यूज़फुल। ये क्योंकि मैं कमिट कर चुका था इसलिए मैं कर रहा हूँ। हालांकि गिवन द इंटरनेट सिचुएशन आई ऑलमोस्ट डिसाइडेड नॉट गोना डू इट, बट आई थिंक इट्स बेस्ट इफ यू गो अहेड एंड डू इट। सर कल पेपर तक स्ट्रीम कल पेपर तक स्ट्रीम ना बंद करूँ? अच्छा बेटा प्लीज़ सो के जाना, ठीक है, कि कैच अप इनफ स्लीप। आज की स्ट्रीम भी मैं ज़्यादा लंबी नहीं करूँगा। ओनली गोना डू इट फॉर लाइक एन आवर, आवर एंड अ हाफ। ओके, सो या फैसलाबाद हो रहा है एग्ज़ाम। ओके, वालेकुम सलाम। ओके, सो फैसलाबाद इज़ ऑन। आई नो मुल्तान ये सब भी ऑन है। I live near Numaish. Yeah, I saw a few videos in that area. I hope you're safe, Batul. लाहौर में एग्ज़ाम होगा, चलो दैट्स गुड। इको का कोई टीचर? वेल you'll find a good YouTube channel. Look up Adil Usman. He's a good friend and a colleague. He makes nice economics videos for O levels and A levels. I'm doing great, alhamdulillah. Islamabad वालों का क्या होगा? I really don't know what to say to you guys. A lot of you are messaging and asking कि what's gonna happen, what are we gonna do, expected grades होगा. The truth is I have no idea how it's gonna turn out to be, but let's just hope that things settle down in the city and see what happens. But sir, all roads are blocked. Don't know how to get to the examination hall. It sucks. Well, if the situation is genuine and if you really have, I mean, if it's about not being able to get to the exam hall, I mean, not being able to, get to the exam. I mean, if you're unable to get to the exam hall, then of course I'm sure they'll consider something. Where do I live? I live in Karachi. So what should we be doing one night before the exam? Just revising notes, skimming through the notes, watching videos on 2x, uh, skimming through your past papers, the past papers that you solved. Sir, I hope Kalka paper easy. You have a good preparation. Feels like I've. Okay, so this happens. Okay, you will feel underprepared, regardless of how well you prepare. You will feel underprepared. Okay. Yes, Karachi is my home city. That's where I live. Sir, what do you use while solving? I use the Apple Pencil, beta. Sir, I saw you at Aisha Masjid once. Okay. Yep, that's close to my house. I don't know if I should be giving so much details over here, but yeah. Sir, paper 2 in Islamabad cancelled. Yep, I heard. इस्लामाबाद की वजह से रेस्ट ऑफ द कंट्री इफेक्ट नहीं होगा? नहीं, क्यों होगा? क्यों होगा? Math screen? No, I haven't heard of math screen. So I'm getting 65 to 70 in P2. Is that alright? Try and bring it up to at least 75, 75, 80. Okay. Sir, did you go to Emerald Mall? For what? Oh, what software? I use PDF Expert. whole schedule, nahi beta, they have to look at the situation, and the situation is different city to city, so of course they can't just cancel the exam just because it got cancelled in one city. That's not on, of course. जो कैंसिल हुए हैं उनका क्या होगा? No idea, Batul. We'll have to wait and watch and see how the situation, how the whole thing unfolds. Okay, देखना पड़ेगा. सर आपको क्या लगता है कल पेपर इजी आएगा? I don't know. KGS or Lyceum? Neither, beta. Next, sir. Okay, chalo, let's get to work. I don't want to hold you guys up for you know, I don't want to take too much time of yours. It's okay, you guys have an exam tomorrow. Will you be going to Creek Club? You mean the center? Is that what you mean? Yeah, dekho, I might show up. Let's see. What are the plans for October, November papers? Okay, isn't that a bit too soon to be worried about October, November? No? Do you teach in centers? No, but I don't teach in centers. I teach online entirely from the comfort of my house. And I don't plan on changing that. Acha, so basically, like I said, okay, as you can probably see by the title of the video, as you can see probably by the title of the video, that today's agenda is the word problems of quadratic equations. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be discussing word problems of quadratic equations, and let's get straight to it. But before we get straight to that, quadratic equations can be solved by several methods. No, it can't be solved by several methods. It's best to use quadratic formula. Why did you stop teaching in schools? No, I do teach in schools. I'm teaching at Nixer currently, beta. Okay, so acha, ab chalein. Questions other than what we are doing, please try and keep that to a minimum, and please like the stream if you haven't, if you've just joined, and do subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Lewis or Max? Okay, this I have to answer. Max Verstappen, of course. Acha. So yeah, anyway, let's get to work, boys and girls. So basically this is a quick vocabulary. Okay, vocabulary keh lo, or something that you guys can use to sort of translate from English to math. Okay, you know, word problems of quadratic equations are basically all about being able to understand the question, identifying the key words, and sort of translating those from English to math. Okay, that's what that is what it's all about. Okay, so whenever the question uses the word is, what do? We say it's equals to. Okay, whenever the question uses the word such as more, total, or sum, that means plus. Okay, whenever the question uses the word product or times or even the word of, that means multiply. And whenever the question uses the word difference or less, that means, or even smaller, that means it's minus. Okay, acha, ab there are a few examples over here, some very basic examples. It says x is 3 more than y. So isko hum kaise karenge? X is means x equals to 3 more. That means we put a plus 3 at the very end. Okay, then 3 more than what? 3 more than y, then whatever it is more than, we put that right before the plus 3. Okay, now this method is not recommended, because when it's less than, that is when things get complicated. Okay, what if it says length is 6 less than its width? What do? No, I'm not teaching basics. I'm just sort of laying out some ground rules. Uske baad we'll just go straight to past papers. Okay, so it says length is 6 less than its width. So this is what a lot of people might do. They'll say L is equals to 6 minus W, but that's not how you do it. Okay, the best way to do it is to first write whatever it is less than. So since it's less than its width, so you write length equals to means length is. So you see what context is the question, I mean, kis context mein question chal raha hai? So we're talking about width. So width, and then you put a minus 6 right after. Okay, so just go over these examples. They'll help you understand the basics of quadratic equations. Okay, basics of what word translates into what. Okay. Acha. Now here's a question. This is a question from October November 2020, paper 2, variant 2. Okay. Now, normally you'll find this question in like 2 to 3 categories. One could be volume and surface area. Okay, it could be it could be a 2D object where it's talking about area. It could be a 3D object. Of course, in that case, it could be talking about volume or surface area. Okay, it could be similar triangles. Okay, you might find this question similar related to similar triangles also. Okay, or a lot of cases you'll find these questions you'll find word problems of quadratic equations in speed, distance, time type questions. Okay, and uske liye obviously you need to know your formulas very well. Just one formula actually: speed is equals to distance upon time, and then rearrange that to make distance the subject, time the subject, so on and so forth. Okay, so it says here Amira drives 40 kilometers to work. Amira takes X minutes. Okay, so immediately there's a catch. The catch is that the question is saying 40 kilometers. Normally, when distance is in kilometers, we prefer, the time should be in minutes. Okay, to drive the first 30 kilometers of the journey, show that her average speed in kilometers per hour for the first 30 kilometers of the journey is 1800 upon X. Okay. So speed is equals to what? Speed is equals to distance upon time. Okay, we know that the distance is 30 and we know that the time is X. Okay, now if I stop over here, what is wrong with that? If the internet goes down, then well, we'll disconnect, that's it. Aur kya karenge? So batao mujhe, what am I going to do with 30 upon X, and why should I do whatever it is that we're going to do? So what's the formula for sequence which does not have a beta? Uske liye video dekh lo. Just look up number sequences, you'll find it. Okay, it's 60. So 1800 upon X. And why are we doing this? We're doing this so that we can convert the distance, the speed from time ko basically hum convert kare from minutes to from basically wait a minute. Speed is equals to distance upon time. हाँ ठीक है. So basically we're multiplying by 60 क्योंकि हमें जो speed देनी है वो किस में देनी है? Kilometers per hour में देनी है. Okay. अच्छा, next the question says, let's see what the question says. The question says कि Amira's average speed in kilometers per hour for the final 10 kilometers of the journey. Okay. Yeah, so basically जो हमारा टाइम था, okay, so अच्छा, for those of you who are wondering कि into 60 क्यों हुआ है, ठीक है, इसके पीछे लॉजिक क्या है मैं आपको बताता हूँ. So basically what we have done is we've divided x by 60, which as a result has led to basically 30 divided by x upon 60, which as a result has led us to 30 into 60 upon x, which means 1800 upon x. Okay, so this is just a bit of a background in case you're wondering. Okay, so Amira's average speed in kilometers per hour for the final 10 kilometers of the journey is 600 upon x minus 25. Okay, her average speed for the first 30 kilometers of the journey is 8 kilometers per hour slower than her average speed for the final 10 kilometers. Okay, so you have to make sure that you read the question extremely carefully, and make sure that you read the question again and again to first understand what's going on. Okay, so the question says that her speed for the first 30 kilometers of the journey, so that means her speed for the first 30 kilometers of the journey is, now remember, is translates into equals to. Slower means minus, so is 8 kilometers per hour slower, that means minus 8. So you put a minus 8 immediately. Okay, now if it's slower or faster or greater or lesser, then it has to be slower, faster, greater, lesser than something. Okay, so her average speed for the first 30 kilometers of the journey is 8 kilometers per hour slower, which is why the minus. Then her average speed for the final kilometers. That means then what are we subtracting 8 from? We're subtracting 8 from basically her speed for the final 10 kilometers. So we know that her speed for the final 10 kilometers is basically 600 over x minus 25, and we also know that her speed for the first 30 kilometers was 1800 upon x. So 1800 upon x is equals to 600 over x minus 25 minus 8. Now if we have done everything correctly, which we're hopeful that we have, that means our answer should boil down to this. Okay, now let's see if we have done everything correctly or not. So our LCM is going to be x minus 25, that's a no-brainer, into 1 into 1, so that's 600 as it is, minus 8, this we're going to times by x minus 25, which means this we're also going to times by x minus 25. Okay, so what are we doing now? We're doing minus 8 x minus 25, and let's put an equals to sign right after. So this is equal to 1800 upon x. Okay, isn't s used for distance? Beta मुझे लग रहा है आपने add math ज़्यादा पढ़ लिया. S is used for distance, okay, but in math it's used for speed. Okay, so 600 minus 8x, 8 into 25 is 200. Please let me know in case I make a calculation error or something, because you know that's very likely. Is equals to 800 upon x. So 600 plus 200 is going to be 800. 800 minus 8x over x minus 25 is equals to 1800 upon x. Okay, so let's cross multiply. Saad, I'll answer your question in a minute. First, let me finish this. So what happens is we get 800x minus 8x square is equals to 1800x minus, let's work out, 1800 into 25, so that's minus 445,000. Okay, so let's shift everything on the right hand side. So now we have 8x square plus 1000x minus 45,000. Now for a second you might think that our answer is incorrect. Okay, for a second it might seem that our answer is incorrect because it's not matching with what's given. Okay, so what should we do? What's your immediate reaction? कि हम क्या करेंगे? Sir, couldn't we do 600? Yes, we could have done that also. Okay, we could have done that also. It's the same thing. Okay, yeah, we'll take 8 common. We'll take 8 common, or we'll divide by 8. Okay, but I like to sort of translate it the way it's given. Okay, which is why it's best that you read the sentence and then you translate it step by step. Okay, so let's take 8 common. So x square plus 1000 divided by 8 is 125. Okay, 45,000 divided by 8 is 5625 is equals to 0. So that's it, job done. Half done, obviously, not the entire thing. Okay. Okay. So in this part you just have to show. Acha, even if you're unable to show, please note that you can still scrape off a lot of marks. Okay, a lot of marks from the same question. Okay, by solving this. Acha, to save some time, I will just write the quadratic formula. Okay, and I'll write down the values of a, b, and c so that you know what value you're plugging in. A is 1, b is 125, and c is minus 5625. Okay, now I'll just write down the quadratic formula and the values that we're plugging in. Rest I will do in the calculator. Okay, you guys should know how to do this in your calculator. I've made a lot of videos on this. Make sure to check it out. And we're only doing this in our calculator so that we can check our answer. Okay, so one value of x is basically 35.1. Make sure to read the question carefully. 35.1. Okay, and the other value is minus 160.1. Okay, now don't decide immediately that what exactly is the value that you're going to give. Over here we have to give both the answers. Okay, we're not looking at, okay, yes, it's speed, so it can't be negative, it can only be positive. Yes, that's true, but over here we have to give both the values. Okay, part D says it takes Amira 25 minutes less to drive the final 10 kilometers than it takes her for the first 30 kilometers. अच्छा, अब ज़रा वापस जाते हैं. So basically, for 30, x is basically representing what? You have to keep in mind, x is basically representing minutes. Okay, x is representing what? X is basically representing minutes. Okay, अच्छा, now let's go back. What is the question asking you over here? Calculate Samira's average speed in kilometers per hour for the whole journey. Okay, so first of all, what is average speed is equals to? The average speed is equals to total distance upon total time. ठीक है, अच्छा, अब देखो, her time was basically divided into two. Time to basically travel 30 kilometers and also the time to travel 10 kilometers. ठीक है, अच्छा, अब ज़रा वापस आते हैं. If you remember, the time to travel the first 30 kilometers was what? The time to travel the first 30 kilometers was x. ठीक है, so that means time to travel 30 was 35.1. Okay, now according to the question, it takes her 25 minutes less to drive the final 10 kilometers than it takes for the first 30. So if the first 30 takes 35.1 minutes, can you guys tell me how long is it going to take her to travel So where can I get these questions from? I'll attach link. So yeah, coming back to my question, can you guys tell me how long is it going to take her to travel the final 10 kilometers? But I will not recommend that you do completing the square method. Okay, 35.1 minus 25. Okay, unless you're absolutely like have a solid grip on it, then of course करें आप. Okay, otherwise you don't. So 35.1 minus 25, so we get 10.1. Okay, so we have all the ingredients for, we know that the total distance was 30 plus 10, although we don't really need to write it as 30 plus 10, we can write it as 40 straight away, upon total time. So total time is 35.1 plus 10.1, and don't forget that the time is basically in minutes, so you have to divide it by 60. Okay, so 40 over फ्रैक्शन के नीचे एक और फ्रैक्शन बनाना. हाँ, 35.1 plus 10.1 over 60. So what do we have? We have the average speed, which is equal to 53.09, जिसको हम क्या कर देंगे? जिसको हम कर देंगे 53.1 kilometers per hour. Okay, so बेटा ये फजूल पॉलिटिकल बातें यहाँ पे ना करें, ठीक है? I understand you're very concerned about the country, I appreciate that, but if you are concerned, then go out and do something about it. Okay? Okay. Sir, after exams, can I live stream games? Yeah, I've thought about that. Let's see. Won't be minus 10 minutes. Okay, tell me why exactly are we going to minus 10 minutes? We're going to minus 25 minutes. It takes him 25 minutes less to drive the final 10 kilometers. Okay. Any questions? Chale, moving on. Screen isn't clear, so better change your settings. Change your settings. अच्छा, मैं ये पार्ट ज़रा एक क्विक रन थ्रू दे रहा हूँ मैं आपको, ठीक है? देखो, you have to be clear that whatever it is that you worked out, what is that? So we worked out the value of x, okay? What is x representing? X is representing the time, ठीक है? सुन लो, मैं बता रहा हूँ, ठीक है? X is representing the time it takes her. Go back to the question ना, आपको बीच में अगर आपने ज्वाइन किया होगा तो फिर आपको नहीं समझ आया होगा, ठीक है? X is representing the time it takes her to drive the first 30 kilometers. So yeah, now according to the question, the time it takes her to drive the next 10 kilometers is 25 minutes less. Okay? So 25 minutes less means get 35.1 minus 10 minus 25. So what I've done for this is 35.1 minus 25. Okay? And that's how we got 10.1. So now we have the time it takes her to travel 30 kilometers and also the time it takes her to travel 10 kilometers. So total time के लिए क्या करेंगे? दोनों को add करेंगे. That's it. And total distance क्या है? Total distance is 30 plus 10, which is 40. Okay, now here's another question. ठीक है? Pay close attention to this one also. It says on Monday Ravi goes on a 20 kilometers run. So yeah, his average speed for the first 12 kilometers is x kilometers per hour. Write down an expression in terms of x for the time taken for the first 12 kilometers. Give your answer in minutes. So whenever you have something like this, when the question is asking you to give your answer in some other unit, make sure to underline, highlight, or whatever it is that can sort of remind you that this is something you need to pay close attention to. So what is time is equals to? Time is equals to distance upon speed. What is the distance? The distance is 12. And what is the speed? The speed is x. But I can't leave it over here. Why? Because the question wants me to give the time in minutes. So that means I'm going to multiply it by 60. Okay? 12 into 60 is equal to what? 12 into 60 is equals to 720 upon x. So let's write that down over here. 720 upon x. Okay? Sir, could you please? Yeah, I will give you, not in the chat box, but इसके मैं description के साथ में ये link लगा दूँगा, ठीक है? You can download the questions from there. I mean, you can download this file and you'll have my my solutions also, ठीक है? अच्छा, Zainab, see, the reason why no one is ready to guide you is because no one knows at this point, ठीक है? So just because no one is guiding you doesn't mean that they're hiding something or something. Or something like that. It's just that nobody knows at this point. It's too soon to say anything. So yeah. Okay. Part 2 says his average speed for the final 8 kilometers of the run is 1.5 kilometers per hour slower than for the first 12 kilometers. Okay. His average speed. अच्छा अब मुझे बताओ कि yes we know time is equals to distance upon speed. ठीक है, ये तो हमने यहाँ पे लिख लिया ना, no need to write it again. We know that the distance is 8. What is his speed going to be, considering that it's 1.5 kilometers per hour slower than for the first 12 kilometers? Think. Yes, it's going to be x minus 1.5. Good job, Shanzeh. Yeah. So because it's 1.5 kilometers per hour slower than for the first 12 kilometers, so 12 kilometers per ski speed x t. Okay, and since this is 1.5 kilometers per hour slower, that means x minus 1.5. Okay. Now what is time is equals to? Time is equals to distance upon speed, nothing new. 8 over x minus 1.5, and this also we need to give in minutes, so that means we're going to times it by 60. So 80 into 60 is 480. So 480 over x minus 1.5. ठीक है. Sir, you told that you would release a video about calculated tricks. I did say that. सही कह रहे हैं आप. वैसे calculated tricks मैंने जितनी भी हैं, ठीक है, they're already there. You just have to like search for them. Maybe I'll collect all of them and put them in a playlist or something. ठीक है. अच्छा, part 3. Part 3 says Ravi takes 110 minutes to complete the full 20 kilometers. अच्छा, अब मुझे बताएं कि हमें सिर्फ x को मल्टीप्लाई करना है. ठीक है. अच्छा, अब मुझे ये बताओ कि टोटल टाइम दिया हुआ है. Okay, so what are we going to do? What expression are we going to form? The total time it takes him to complete the full 20 kilometers is 110 minutes. ठीक है. Walid, I can't give you the link right now because this is the link that I will upload on the cloud and then share it to you. Okay, I hope it's clear now. Add the times and that is equal to 110. Yes, that's correct. I'm going to add all the times, add both the expressions and set it equal to 110. So what do we have? We have 720 upon x plus 480 over x minus 1.5 is equals to 110. ठीक है. अच्छा, 110 is already in minutes, so no need to convert or anything like that. Now if you've done everything right, which we're hopeful that we have, then our answer is going to be the same as the expression given. ठीक है. अब ये मैंने LCM लेके सॉल्व किया. ठीक है, तो आप लोग परेशान ना हो जाना कि मैंने क्या किया. इट्स द सेम थिंग. सर ऐसे तो 12/60x होना चाहिए था. बेटा आई थिंक आप मुझे लगा आप पुराने वाले सवाल के पूछ रही हो. तो पुराने वाले सवाल में x जो था वो मिनट्स था. ठीक है, इसलिए हमने उसको डिवाइड किया था. इन दिस क्वेश्चन whatever expression that we have ended up with 12/x that is minutes. So पूरा expression जो है वो 60 से मल्टीप्लाई होगा. ठीक है. So 720x minus 720 into 1.5, so that's 1080 plus 480x over x square minus 1.5x 480x, sorry x लगाना भूल गया. ठीक है. क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं. उससे पहले 720 और 480 को ऐड कर लेते हैं. 720 plus 480, what do we get? We get 1200x. So 1200x minus 1080 is equals to 110 x square minus 110 into 1.5, that's 165x. Okay, so let's get everything on the right hand side. So 110x square minus 1365 हो जाएगा. 1365. ठीक है, plus 1080. Okay, that's equal to 0. So let's write this nicely. So ये हो गया हमारा 110x square minus 1365x plus 1080 equals to 0. ठीक है. अच्छा, अब मुझे बताओ, looking at the equation, what should I be taking common? What do you suggest? What do you suggest? Yeah, 1365 के साथ, you're right, x नहीं लगाया था but अब लगा दिया मैंने. Yeah, let's take 5 common. Okay. So if I take 5 common, so that's 22x square minus 1365 divided by 5, so that's 273x plus 1080 divided by 5, so that's 216 is equals to 0. So what do we get? We get 22x square minus 273x plus 216 is equals to 0. इसको इसके साथ compare करते हैं. Yep, everything's good. So that means we've done it correctly. ठीक है, ये वाला part आपने यहीं पे छोड़ देना. Any tips for paper solving order? Do the easier questions first and then the difficult questions. That's it. Okay, now in this we have to solve this equation and we need to give our answer correct to 2 decimal places. Sir, can your YouTube family do something for you in return of your efforts? Well, you can pray for me. That's the best. And get good grades and make me happy. That's the best you can do. Yes, beta, I do teach art maths on YouTube. Okay, I think it's your first time on my channel. Yeah, I do teach art maths on YouTube. Okay. Acha, so again, to save time, I am going to use the calculator. So 22 minus 273, 216. So x, make sure to read the question carefully. Normally answer 3 significant figures mein dena hota hai, but this time around we need to give our answer correct to 2 decimal places. So 11.56. Okay, and then 0.849, so that's going to be 0.85. ठीक है. अच्छा, that's that. अच्छा, अब देखो सवाल क्या कह रहा है. अब सवाल कह रहा है on Friday Ravi ran the whole 20 kilometers as the same average speed that he ran the final 8 kilometers on Monday. Now what was his speed when he was running the final 8 kilometers? His speed when he was running the final 8 kilometers was x minus 1.5. ठीक है, was basically x minus 1.5. Okay, calculate the time Ravi took to run 20 kilometers on Friday. So speed क्या है नहीं पता. ठीक है, distance we know is 20 kilometers. अच्छा, speed क्या है? In fact we do know. Okay, we do know that the speed is x minus 1.5. Okay, what is the time? Time is equals to distance upon speed. Okay, so 20 over x minus 1.5. But now that we know the value of x, we know that x is equals to what? X is equals to 11.56. So we're going to plug that in. 20 over 11.56 minus 1.5. Okay, let's work this out and see what do we get. 20 over 11.56 minus 1.5. So we get 1.988. ठीक है. अच्छा, अब मुझे ये बताओ, you guys are aware of the magic key in your calculator? I hope everyone is. It's right beneath the square root. ठीक है, I hope you guys can see it in the camera. ठीक है. So if you press this right after working this out, you will see something like this. You will see that this is 1 hour. ठीक है. So you'll see something like this. 1 hour, 59, and then 17.06, and then double apostrophe. Okay. What this means is 1 hour, 59 minutes and 17.06 seconds. So if you round this off correct to the nearest minute, ठीक है, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? ये 59 minutes हो जाएगा. ठीक है. Sir, why did you take 11.56? There are two values. Okay, you tell me, why did I take 11? Anyone here who would like to answer this question? Why I took 11.56 and why not 0.85? That's a good question. दोनों positive हैं. I could have taken both, right? But why did I not take the other value? The key is just beneath the square root key. Okay, I have a video on it. Just look up calculator trick time. ठीक है, कोई ना कोई तो वीडियो मिल ही जाएगी, वो देख लेना, काम हो जाएगा. Yes, so basically the reason why I did not take 0.85, even though it's positive, is because if I had taken 0.85, 0.85 minus 1.5 would have been negative. Okay, so yes, agreed, x is not negative, but the speed would then have become negative because we have to subtract 1.5 from it before we do anything else. Okay, अच्छा, अब ये एक इंतहाई आसान क्वेश्चन है. ठीक है, आई थिंक I'm gonna skip this question. ठीक है, this is too easy. ठीक है, I'm just gonna skip this question. And this is a question that I will do. ठीक है, this is a question that I am going to do. Okay. सर, हम डायरेक्ट मैजिक की के दबाएंगे तो मसला होगा कि पूरा प्रोसीजर नहीं दिखाया? नहीं, कोई मसला नहीं होगा. क्या हो गया? गुड लक टू एवरीवन जिनके एग्जाम्स चल रहे हैं. मेरे तो आज ख़त्म हो गए. ओके, अच्छा. Anyway, चलें, let's get back to work. So this is a question. This, by the way, is a really old question. This is from October-November 2010. ठीक है. So this says October-November 2010. So that's nearly what? 12 years old. Okay. Sir, you said you won't take any class today? I said that? No, I did not say that. Achha. Okay, anyway. So it says A, B, C, D and P, Q, R, S are rectangles. Okay. Each rectangle has an area of 13 centimeters square. AD is equals to X and PS is equals to X plus 5 centimeters. Okay. The question says find in terms of X an expression for AB और पी क्यू. ठीक है. सो हाउ विल आई डू दैट. अच्छा ए बी को एक काम कर लेते हैं, ए बी को वाई कह देते हैं थोड़ी देर के लिए. ठीक है. या एक काम करते हैं, ये लेंथ है ना तो इसको विड्थ कह देते हैं. एरिया क्या है, एरिया 13 है, नॉट अकॉर्डिंग टू मी अकॉर्डिंग टू द क्वेश्चन. सो बेसिकली यहाँ कुछ कहने की ज़रूरत भी नहीं है, ए बी को ए बी ही रहने देते हैं. ठीक है. एंड 13 सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर इज़ द एरिया. सो किसी भी रेक्टेंगल के एरिया निकालने के लिए वी डू लेंथ इनटू विड्थ विच इज़ इक्वल टू 13. नाउ वी कैन मेक ए बी द सब्जेक्ट which is going to be equal to 13 upon x. ठीक है, no brainer. Yeah, I gave my math CI in 2010 but not October, November and May, June. ठीक है. अच्छा, so PQ into x plus 5, इसका भी एरिया क्या होगा, इसका भी एरिया जो है वो 13 होगा, not according to me but according to the question. So PQ into x plus 5 is equals to 13. Make PQ the subject. So PQ क्या हो जाएगा, PQ हो जाएगा yep 13 over x plus 5. 13 over x plus 5. ठीक है, good job. I can see most of you have given the correct answer. बेटा मेरा अच्छा ग्रेड आया था अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. I got an A. Back in my time there used to be no A star. So yeah. Anyway, part B. Part B says given that AB is 3 centimeter greater than PQ. Okay. AB is 3 centimeter greater than PQ. अच्छा एक काम करते हैं, इसके लिए ना मैं एक पेज ऐड कर रहा हूँ because back in our time we didn't have space in the question paper so we had to do it separately. पेपर 1 में फिर भी होती थी, पेपर 2 में नहीं होती थी. ठीक है. अच्छा, so now the question says कि AB is 3 centimeter. Now here I'm doing part B. Okay, AB is 3 centimeter greater than PQ. So immediately what I'm going to do is I'm not going to look at what AB is and what PQ is in terms of x. I am just going to form an equation just using AB and PQ. ठीक है, as it is, मतलब AB और PQ को यूज़ करके. So AB is मतलब AB equals to, ठीक है, 3 centimeter greater, so that means plus 3. Now 3 centimeter greater than what? 3 centimeter greater than PQ. Okay. Now I'm going to replace them by their actual expressions. So 13 upon x is equals to 13 over x plus 5 plus 3. ठीक है. अच्छा, फिर obviously now what we have to do is simple stuff, LCM and cross multiply. So x plus 5 is the LCM on the right hand side. This we need to multiply by x plus 5. That means this also gets multiplied by x plus 5. So you have plus 3x plus 15 is equals to 13 upon x. Now we have 13 upon x is equals to 28 plus 3x. Please keep an eye out and let me know if I make a calculation error or something. Okay. So 13x plus 13 into 5 is what? 50 and 15, 65 is equals to 28x minus 3x square. Let's shift everything over to the left hand side. So 3x square plus 13x minus 28x plus wait a minute. How come they have minus 65? एक second ठहरो. X plus 5 PQ. AB is 3 centimeter greater than PQ. Okay. So plus 65. So yeah, let's shift everything over to the. अच्छा ये 28 plus 3x square होगा. Okay, my bad. ठीक है. Now let's shift everything over to the right hand side. So 3x square plus 28x minus 13x minus 65 equals to 0. That's more like it. 3x square plus 15x minus 65 equals to 0. Let's see if it matches now. Yep, it does match. Okay. So yeah, thank you. हाँ माइनस मैंने गलती से लगा दिया था. Thank you. Guys, maths का पेपर कैसा हुआ मेरा? Okay, happy to hear that, Rabia. Happy to hear that. Okay. Acha, let's move on and do part B. Acha, part C in fact. Now part C again, I am just going to use the calculator to solve it. थोड़ा time बच जाएगा उसमें, लेकिन please जब आप values insert कर रहे हो तो प्लस माइनस का ख्याल रखना, ठीक है. And you have made me regret dropping ad maths in the middle of the year. चलो कोई बात नहीं हानि, it must have been for the better, ठीक है, nothing to worry about. There's still math that you can work on and get a good grade. So 3, 15 and minus 65. So x is equals to what? X is equals to 2.78 or x is equals to minus 7.78. You can, first of all, make sure that whatever space you're given, you utilize that very effectively, okay? And just try and, so for example, if you're doing a question over here, okay, do not start right from the middle, okay? That's not something I would recommend. Instead, start from here, ठीक है, यहाँ से start करो. ये पहले ये column भरो, ठीक है, फिर ये column, फिर ये column, ठीक है. Sort of imagine, try mentally dividing the space into 3 columns, okay, and then work it out, ठीक है. Please do not start like right from the center, ठीक है. That is not a good idea, okay. So in any question, do not start right from the center, ठीक है. जैसे यहाँ पे भी देखो मैंने बिल्कुल center से नहीं start किया, थोड़ा left से start किया, okay. Keep some room for error. Part C बेटा कैलकुलेटर में एक ट्रिक होती है, जो मतलब ट्रिक तो नहीं, एक फंक्शन होता है through which you can solve a quadratic equation in your calculator, okay. I've made lots of videos on it, you can check it out. Yes, of course, you guys will show the working. We're short on time, so इसलिए मैं इसको directly कर रहा हूँ, okay. Otherwise there's no. बेटा लेफ्ट साइड पे लिखने को कौन बोल रहा है? मैंने कब कहा कि आप वो उधर मार्जिन में लिखो? आई एम जस्ट सेइंग कि व्हाटएवर स्पेस यू आर गिवन उसको 3 में डिवाइड कर दो, ठीक है. आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि आप उसको उसमें लिखो. मिनी सीरीज़ की वो वीडियो है, यू कैन चेक इट आउट फ्रॉम देयर, ठीक है. ओके, सो दैट वाज पार्ट सी. नाउ वी आर डूइंग डी पार्ट 1. So D part 1 says show that the perimeter of ABCD is 14.9. Now let's go back to the rectangle ABCD. नहीं, I don't think small screen वाले calculators में ये feature है. अच्छा, this is not what ABCD look like. This is what it looked like. ठीक है. So one length of AB was X, okay, and the other length of AB was basically 13 upon X, okay. So that means now their respective lengths are basically, now the respective lengths are 2.78, ठीक है, and then 13 divided by 2.78, ठीक है, which is 4.676, okay. Now let's find out their perimeter. So perimeter is going to be equal to twice of 2.78 plus 4.676, ठीक है. So 4.676 is in my calculator. मैं इसी में 2.78 add करूँ and then I'm multiplying it by 2. So the perimeter turns out to be 14.91. So we'll just lock it at 14.9 centimeter. Okay, so that was D part 1. Sir, for show that questions chances of error so high, so it's better to do it rough sheets. I wouldn't recommend that. If you're unsure about it, you can do it in pencil first, ठीक है, and then you can do it in pen, ठीक है. But that does not mean कि आप पूरा पेपर पहले पेन से करो thinking you would have enough time to then pen it out. That's not a good idea, ठीक है. अच्छा, okay, so that was D part 1. Let's do D part 2, for which I'm going to be using this sheet over here. So D part 2 says find the difference between the perimeters of the two rectangles. So have a look at PQRS. PQRS को ज़रा बना लेते हैं अपने पास. So PQRS के जो dimensions थे, एक x plus 5 था और दूसरा फिर 13 over x plus 5, ठीक है. So that means now the dimensions are 2.78 plus 5, so that's 7.78, ठीक है. And thank you Mohammed Hussain Mustafa for doing that. 13 divided by x plus 5, so 2.78 plus 5, 2.78 plus 5, हाँ, okay. So what do we have? We have 1.67 over here. इसका perimeter निकालते हैं, which is going to be twice of 7.78 plus 1.67. So perimeter is going to be equal to 7.78. इसमें add करते हैं. Let's times it by 2. So we're getting 18.9 centimeter. ठीक है. अब let's subtract the two to find the difference. So difference एक positive value होती है. So that means we'll subtract the greater value. We'll subtract the smaller value from the greater value. So the difference, as we can see, is equals to 4 centimeter. ठीक है, 4.00, so that's 4 centimeter. ठीक है. Yes, Shanze, that's correct. Okay, so I'm just going to solve one more question. ठीक है. Actually, this is the last question of this worksheet anyway. I didn't get time to compile a lot of questions because this happened very last minute that I decided कि अच्छा ये तो वही सवाल आ गया. Okay, ये तो वही सवाल आ गया. Okay. So आप में से किसी एक का कोई सवाल है इससे quadratic equations की word problem से related, so you guys can send it in. Okay, I'm just going to select randomly one question, so please don't mind if I don't select your question. Okay, you can tell me the year and the paper and I'll open it up over here. पेपर कैंसिल हो गए? कहाँ पेपर कैंसिल हो गए बेटा? ऐसी अफवाहें तो नहीं फैलाओ ना. बेटा इस्लामाबाद एंड पिंडी की तो पुरानी बात है कि कैंसिल हो गया. ठीक है. Yeah, that's old news बेटा, that's old news. Exponential decrease. Beटा, isn't that admaths? So May, June 2017, 21. Okay, let's do that. Anonymous cat. Beta, I said a question that's related to word problems of quadratic equations. May, June 2021, paper 22, question 1. Okay, that better be quadratic equations की word problems. Okay, no, that's not what it is, so I'm not going to do that. October, November 2020, paper. अच्छा, आप लोग एक काम करें, आप लोग छोड़ें, मैं ख़ुद ही अपनी मर्ज़ी से एक क्वेश्चन निकाल के सॉल्व कर देता हूँ. ठीक है. Winter 18. Let me see what came in winter 18. Okay, इसमें तो October, November 2020, paper 22, question. चलो ये ले लेते हैं. Didn't I just do this question or a question similar to it? मुझे लग रहा है मैंने ये वाला सवाल सॉल्व किया अभी. खैर देख लेते हैं. बेटा ये तो सवाल मैंने सॉल्व किया है. May, June, paper 2, 2022. Nice try बेटा, nice try. Okay, anyone else who has a October, November 17, 22. Okay, Hamza. October, November 17, 22. Question number 10. This better be it, otherwise may solve. Chalo, okay. Good job, Hamza. Thank you. Okay, so it says a rectangular picture ABCD is placed inside a rectangular frame. The length AB of the picture is 3 times its height. ठीक है. The length AB of the picture is 3 times its height. So that means कि अगर ये x है तो AB कितनी होगी? AB is going to be 3x. सही है. अच्छा, अब सवाल आपसे कह रहा है कि the total area of the picture and the frame. Sorry about that. The total area of the picture and the frame is 476. Form an equation in x and show that it simplifies to 3x square plus 16x minus 460. Okay, अब एक काम करते हैं. But this is the last question, guys. Okay, I don't want to hold you guys up for too long. ठीक है. So अब मुझे कोई ये बता सकता है, considering that AB is 3x, how much is this length going to be? Can anyone tell me how much is this length जो मैंने अभी highlight किया है, ये वाली? How much is this length going to be? It's going to be 3x plus 4. Yes, it's going to be 3x plus 4. Achha, why 3x plus 4? मैं बता देता हूँ. So the reason why it's going to be 3x plus 4 is because this is 2 and this is 2. Okay, that means it's going to be 3x plus 4. Okay, what about this length? This length is going to be equal to x plus 4. ठीक है. अच्छा, अब देखें ज़रा. Notice what the question here is saying. The question here is saying, now I'll tell you what a lot of students do in this. A lot of students think, जो frame है ना आपका, ठीक है. Now it's very important for you to understand. So ये मैं अब मिटा रहा हूँ, ठीक है. मिटा नहीं रहा, बल्कि चलो मैं इसको अंदर लिख देता हूँ, so that you guys still have a record of it. Okay, that this was x according to the question, which is why this turned out to be 3x. ठीक है. इनफैक्ट क्योंकि उसने x भी दिया हुआ है, so you know what, I'm just going to erase this also. ठीक है. अच्छा, अब देखो. So here's the thing. The total area of the picture and the frame. Okay. So you know what the frame is? This is the frame. Okay. This part that I'm highlighting, this is the frame. Do not think that the entire rectangle is the frame. Okay. It's only this part that is the frame. Okay. So this is the frame. Okay. And this of course is the picture. So that means if I want the total area, all I need to do is I just need to calculate the area of the rectangle. So what is the area of the rectangle going to be? 3x plus 4 into x plus 4, and this is equal to what? This is equal to 476. Okay, not 576, 476. So let's work this out. 3x square plus 3x into 4 is 12x plus 4x plus 16 is equals to 476. ठीक है. x plus 4 कैसे? Well, x plus 4 ऐसे कि if this is x, 2 ऊपर and 2 नीचे, so total क्या हो गया? Total 4 हो गया. So now you have 3x square plus 16x minus 460 is equals to 0. अच्छा, next part में again we have to solve this. अच्छा, I don't know why I have solved this, probably पहले कभी discuss किया होगा. So इसको हम solve कर लेते हैं using the quadratic formula. वैसे आई थिंक ये मिडिल टर्म ब्रेकिंग से भी हो जाएगा. ठीक है, बट डोंट वेस्ट योर टाइम ट्राइंग टू डू मिडिल टर्म ब्रेकिंग. सही है, जस्ट स्ट्रेट अवे डू इट विद द क्वाड्रेटिक फार्मूला. सो 316 एंड माइनस 460. ओके, सो x is equals to 10 or x is equals to minus 46 upon 3. अब since x is representing a dimension, of course the value that we're going to do our calculations with is going to be the positive one. Okay, how did I get my 3x? The reason how I got 3x is by reading the question. It said the length AB of the picture is 3 times its height. So height is x, which is why the length is 3x. Okay. Find the height and length of the frame. Okay, height and length. Now remember, x was the height, okay, and 3x was the length. So that means now that we know the value of x is 10, so that means the height is 10 and the length is 30 centimeter. Okay. Yes, please make sure that you guys show your working. Okay, just show, write down the quadratic formula, show the values plugged in, and then you can, of course, towards the end what you can do is towards the end आप अब ये लिखो, values plug in करके दिखाओ, and then just write down the final values of x. ठीक है. अच्छा, फिर what do we have? We have, let's do part D. Part D is a slightly unique question, and it's a 3-mark question also. It says the frame is made from wood. The wood is 5 millimeter thick. Okay. The mass of 1 centimeter cube of the wood is 0.7 grams. So yeah, calculate the mass of the wood used in the frame. अब ज़रा एक काम करो, मुझे ये बताओ कि if I want just the area of the frame, okay, if I want just the area of the frame, and I'll tell you why we are concerned with the area. Okay. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do if I want just the area of the frame? Frame area minus the picture area. Yes. Okay. So frame is basically this part. Okay. The total area of this is 576. Okay. This is 576. 576 or 476? I don't know why I keep writing. Oh, 476. Okay. So 476 is the area of the picture and the frame. ठीक है. उसमें से now that we know the area of the picture, I mean we know the dimensions of the picture, right? So we can work out the area by simply doing 10 into 30. So that's equal to 300. Okay. So that means frame is basically equal to what? Frame is basically equal to 476 minus 300. So the area of the frame is 176 centimeters square. Okay. Now this is where the tricky part comes in. Okay, this is where the tricky part comes in. It says 1 centimeter cube of the wood is 0.7 grams. Okay, so that means volume and यहाँ पे क्या है? यहाँ पे mass है. 1 centimeter cube is 0.7 grams. Now how will I get, okay, now this is a question for you guys. How will I get the volume of the frame? What am I going to do to obtain the volume of the frame? Beta, I have no idea what's going to happen to the people who जिनका exam कल cancel हो गया. Okay, I hope whatever happens for the best. Okay, yes, multiply by the thickness. Okay, now I'm not going to take the ratio, I'm going to multiply it by the thickness. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Listen carefully. So if you look at just the frame, you'll realize कि आपका जो frame है वो basically it's sort of a prism. Okay, so this is what your frame looks like. Basically this is your frame. ठीक है. अब this frame has a thickness to it. Okay, now what is the thickness? The thickness is 5 millimeters. Okay, so if the thickness is 5 millimeters, that means I can work out the volume. ठीक है, वॉल्यूम के लिए मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? वॉल्यूम के लिए समझो मैं बेस एरिया इनटू हाइट कर रहा हूँ. दैट्स व्हाट आई एम डूइंग. ओके, सो वॉल्यूम इज इक्वल्स टू बेस एरिया विच इज़ 176, बट प्लीज डू नॉट मल्टीप्लाई इट बाय 5. ठीक है, मोहम्मद इब्राहिम, डू नॉट मल्टीप्लाई इट बाय 5. ठीक है, वी गोना मल्टीप्लाई इट बाय 0.5. Okay, why are we going to multiply it by 0.5? Well, I'm sure you would have figured it out by now because it's 5 millimeter. Okay, so 176 into 0.5, so that's 88. Okay, so 88 is basically the volume of the frame, centimeter cube. So we write 88 over here and we write x over here. Now we cross multiply, so 88 into 0.7, and that's equal to 61.6 grams. 61.6 grams. There you go. So whoever asked this question, I think it was a guy named Hamza, if I remember correctly. So I've answered it over here. I hope you guys have understood this, and that's it. I'll attach this page also with the other file, okay, and I'll upload it in the description, and that's it for today. Make sure you guys get enough sleep. It's very, very important. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, that's the end of the session. मैं एक video बना दूँगा about good luck message sort of a video for you guys. Okay, can I do a video for mensuration, beta? I did a whole stream on mensuration. Okay, so you can go check that out. Okay, so take care, boys and girls. Okay, make me and your teacher, your parents, and whoever's put in effort, whoever's helped you reach this point and is still helping, make them proud. Okay, and get enough sleep, believe in yourself. If you will be nervous, you will feel as if things are slipping from your hands, you will feel as if you're forgetting everything. Okay, that's normal. So the sooner you embrace that feeling, the better it is. लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं है that you start studying or you start solving past papers right now. Please don't do that. Just trust in yourself and inshallah everything will be fine. Okay. Yes, Saud, I do remember you. Okay. Formula sheet you'll find on my Instagram. Okay. So yeah, so the ones जिनके exams cancel हो गए, well, for you guys, let's just wait it out, see how the situation unfolds. Let's hope for the best. Okay. No need to play a blame game or something, or no need to panic. Okay. Abhi there's no point in asking people what's gonna happen because they're probably as unaware as you are. Okay. Okay, so take care everyone. Allah Hafiz. Love you guys too. Love you too. Good luck once again.